Alright, so hello and welcome to AHS 20 Questions. I'm your host Noah, and I'm here with AHS wrestler and captain, who's very talented in his craft. And today I'm here with Ilya.
Hello.
How are you doing today, Ilya?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks for asking. So my first question is, how long have you been wrestling for?
I started wrestling in 8th grade when Coach Ramos actually came up to my table and introduced wrestling to me. And I told him who my dad was, another big central wrestler, and he told me that I should join the program. So I've been wrestling right around 4 years now, I'd say.
Okay, well that answers my next question is, I guess Coach Ramos helped you?
Coach Ramos introduced me to wrestling. My dad introduced me to wrestling.
Yeah.
I did wrestling for a little bit when I was younger with my dad, but it wasn't anything like too serious.
Okay. So did you grow up with any other athletes in your family?
It was mainly me and my sister for the beginning part of my life, and I guess the only athletic influence I had on my life at that point was my dad, but that was very minimal, I would say.
Okay. Did you play any other sports when you were growing up?
I did. I actually played soccer for a little bit, and I was okay at soccer, but I'd say I like wrestling better than soccer.
Yeah. Did you enjoy soccer?
I did enjoy soccer, but like I just said, I like wrestling better than soccer.
Yeah. And why do you like wrestling compared to other sports?
I don't know. I feel like there's the grind aspect of wrestling. Like, you have to put in the hours to get better, to learn all the moves, to have better positioning over your opponent, to have control, to know what you're doing in a match. It just takes that aspect of working on it, improving every single day that some sports just don't have.
Yeah. What is your greatest accomplishment in your wrestling career?
I honestly don't think I've gotten there yet because I'm not where I'd like to be, but I'd say I'm definitely improving from when I started in 8th grade, not even being on the varsity team to being a captain of the wrestling team. Yeah. I'd say that's an accomplishment I'm very proud of.
Yeah, and that brings me to my next question is, what is your favorite move to pull a match?
My favorite move is probably my arm spin. I'd say I do that move at least a couple times in a match. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll hit it 3 times. But yeah, I definitely enjoy the arm spin. My dad taught it to me. It's a very good move.
Yeah. What's the most important thing you would tell someone about wrestling?
It's not all fun and games as it seems. Wrestling can seem fun, but if you want to take wrestling serious, there's parts of it that aren't really described, cutting weight, showing up every single day to every single event, waking up at 5 in the morning to go wrestle.
Yeah. And do you plan to do wrestling after high school?
I do. I plan to go to college for wrestling and hopefully pick up an NCAA title.
Yeah, good to hear. Do you think wrestling as a team or individual sport?
Coach Ramos' old saying, I definitely have to agree with him. I definitely think it's a team sport. When you're out there and you're wrestling, it's not just you, it's your entire team yelling behind you, it's your entire team cheering your name, screaming for you, It's a team sport out there.
Yeah. Do you have any other hobbies or interests outside of wrestling?
I like to build computers. I have a nice computer that I built for myself. It's just a little passion, gets my brain going.
Yeah, it's good to do. What's your favorite part about wrestling for everyone?
Definitely competing with the team out there. Just knowing that when I'm going out there, I'm not representing myself. I'm representing the big letter H I wear on my chest when I'm going out there and I'm wrestling.
Yeah. Are there any key differences between wrestling for high school versus wrestling for a club?
I don't really think so. It's just the structure is a little bit different, I would say. It's you have to go out there on your own time, not right after school.
Yeah. Do you have any game day rituals or superstitions that you go through?
I really love to tape my shoes before a match. So I'll either tape my laces or I'll tape right around my laces for the shoes, and I don't know. I just go out there and I feel lucky.
Yeah. What 3 words best describe you as an athlete?
I would say definitely a fighter. I would fight for every single last point. Persistent, kind of goes with that fighter stance, but I'm just not going to give up. And courageous, I'll go out there and I'll try a bold move against, the person who's ranked number 1 in the country.
Yeah, that's good to hear. What is your favorite wrestling-related memory?
Just Coach Ramos showing all those moves and his percents, because he always does off percents. Instead of 65%, he'll do 63 or 68%. And it's just always the little things that, make the wrestling more enjoyable.
Yeah. And that brings me to my last question. What is the best piece of advice you would give to any young or new wrestlers?
Just keep working at it. Don't give up. Like, you're gonna have hardships in the beginning of your wrestling career, but I think that goes with like every single other sport. You just got to keep working at it, and eventually, if you keep working, keep putting that effort in every single day, you're gonna make it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for watching this episode of 20 Questions. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you, Ilya.